Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. My name is Josee's Shelf. Today I want to do my 25 books for 2025. I have a lot of notes. I have some to show you. Some are just going to be pictures. I've been working on this for a while. So I just wanted to show you what I'm technically want to read. My anticipated reads are in here as well. Just a little bit of them, not all. Just the one I'm more I know I'm gonna read, and not the one that I'm like maybe or maybe not, because I kind of wrote a lot of anticipated reads in my calendar. All right, so the first one's gonna be Justice of King by Richard Swan, and I've been seeing this going around a lot on fantasy booktube, and I've noticed that often this book is brought up as being really good fantasy. And I actually got these like $5 a piece, the first and the second one in chapters, for really not like a really good price. So I just picked it up. It's like, oh, good price. Let's go home. And then I watched a few videos and they were in them. So I'm just like really excited. I don't know much about it. I mean, Justice of King, I guess he was maybe bring the justice for the king. So it is a 3-book series, a trilogy, and I'm kind of excited to dive in. I'm gonna dive in. Most of the books also will be on a reading vlog. I love doing reading vlog. Right now I'm just not doing it for Zodiac Academy because I'm on book 7 and I didn't do anyone for any of the other one, and you would be lost. So that's why. But anyways, this one is the first one. The second one, the second book is going to be Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton, and it's a cat and mouse duet. I only have the first one, so if I love it, I'll buy the second one. But it's dark romance, stalker romance, and it's a girl that kind of inherits a old like an old house, and this person keeps leaving flowers and stuff, and she's like, why is there a flower in my hallway? And she's, yeah, it's very steamy. I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I kind of want to read it. So that's another one. The book number 3 is gonna be Binding 13. This is by Chloe Wash. Larry Reed recommended. I'm gonna buy it, which I did, and I'm gonna read it. So this is a sports romance. I think the boy is kind of in sports, and the girl is really shy or something. She's new to school, and he just gonna protect her, maybe? I'm not sure. He wants to save her. She wants to hide. She's damaged. He's determined. Fate brought them together. Love binds them. So, yeah, I'm gonna read it. Also, book number 4 is gonna be The Silver Blood Promise, The Last Legacy by James Logan. This is book 1, and I just want you to look at this. Look at the art. First of all, when I see art in a book, this is what I want. I don't want those drawings that a lot of people kind of love in their books. I want real person stuff like this. And this is a boy that he kind of defied what his father wanted from him, and he starts gambling, drinking, playing cards and stuff. But something happens to his dad, and he's gonna give them revenge for his dad. So I'm all into it. It's fantasy. I'm excited. So book number 5, it's gonna be Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. This is her first series that she did, and I'm just really excited because I started reading her books and I'm really in love. So I'm very excited. So it's just, so you have the Chestnut Springs, which is flawless, heartless, powerless, reckless, hopeless. I only have the last one to do. Then you have the Gold Rush Ranch, which is this one, and then you have the Rose Hill, which is like the wild love and stuff like that. So I have the 2 first ones in this series, and if I love them, I'm gonna buy the other ones. But the Chestnut series was really good. Like, I really loved it. Loved the characters. So I'm excited to see what she did with this one. So book number 6 is gonna be The Serpent and the Wing of Night. This is a vampire fantasy romantasy with vampires, and I really loved Buffy when I was growing up, so I think this is gonna be good. Also, this is by Carissa Broadbent. So, and it has been, I think, a TikTok famous book. So I have a feeling I'm gonna like it, but I just need to try it first. Book number 7, you have Throne of Secrets by Carrie Maniscalco. I did read the first one in this series alone, and these are more standalone books in the same world. And this is with the seven, what is it, the seven princes of hell, and this one is going to be about gluttony. And I can't say that word to save my life as a French person, so let's enjoy it. Anyways, this is about gluttony, and the first one, I really loved it. I even went back into her young adult, which is kind of based on the same world, and I really, really loved it. So I think I'm really going to love this one as well. A lot of love in here. Now, book number 8, we're going to do When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This has been another TikTok famous book, and a lot of people talk about it. A lot of people hate it, but a lot of people love it. So I'm confused as to where I'm gonna be in the crowd. I hope I love it because this is a tick boy. But this year I'm not afraid to DNF books if I don't like it, even though I own them. Like, if after 100 pages I do not get along or I don't get it, you're being DNF'd. I really don't have time to read books that are not interested to me. And it's not a bad thing to DNF books. And you don't need to rub it in the author's face. Book number 9 is going to be this one, which is Terms and Condition by Lauren Asher. I've read the first one and I really liked it. It's just his grandfather passed away, and in his will, for them to get their inheritance, they have to get married. And the grandfather is technically the one that owns like Disney in a way, like a big amusement park that it's really popular. So, and they are like CEOs, they're working the company, so they kind of want their inheritance. And that's what it's about, and I'm excited. This one is going to be about Declan and Iris. Iris is Declan's assistant, so seems like a good one. Also, book number 10 is going to be Wild Love by Elsie Silver. Like I said just earlier, I'm going to start this one as well this year. I'm really flying through a lot of romance, and I'm really loving it. This year is really romance and fantasy. That's really the year for me. I've been really loving anything like this, so I'm excited. And book 11 is going to be Quicksilver. Do I have to say more? It's been going around so much lately, and I just know I'm probably going to love this. This is by Callie Hart, and of what I can understand, there's something about a girl in a kingdom, and she kind of, by accident, summons a demon, and that's him. So I'm not exactly sure. I just know what happened with the smut plot, and I kind of wanna. It's intriguing me, so I really want to read this. And then we're gonna go for book 12, which is Mile High by Liz Tomfordy, and this is a sports romance. The guy is in hockey. His flight attendant in his they're playing for their team. She kind of hates him. He's very demanding and very annoying. So it's like enemies to lovers, and I'm all for it. I love enemies to lovers, and a lot of people gives high praises for this series. Not the first book. Many people are mad about the first book, but all the rest are really good. So I'm intrigued. So book number 13 is going to be The Way of King by Brandon Sanderson. I've been wanting to read this for many years. I've bought it, resold it, and then bought it again. Yeah, so I really want to read this and annotate it. It's just like the covers with the art. It's making me so intrigued. Like, tell me you're not intrigued by this. Like, I'm really intrigued. So this is a high fantasy, high stakes, and I think there's 5 books out right now, but these are like 1,000 pages or more. So I really want to read it. All right, so the next one's gonna be Bewitch. So Bewitch is about a girl that she doesn't know she's a witch or something. She kind of, something attacks her plane, and she kind of awakens by um kind of saving everyone in the plane and herself saving the plane. So after that, she has to kind of go into a school of learning about it. So very interesting, and I've never really read anything like that, and I'm really intrigued. I love when you don't know what just happened and you're kind of learning slowly by slowly. This is a duology as well, and I've seen a lot of people like say, why isn't this like why is this so like low in people's like what's popular right now. So the next one is gonna be Jasad. So you have Jasad Air, and I really love this. I need to reread it just to give it a proper. I was really, you know, when you read a book and you're not really enjoying the ride, but you're just like counting down until you're done the book. I hate that feeling because I last year I wanted to read like 80 books, obviously. Not obviously, but I wanted to read 80 books. So I kind of rushed in my reading. That's why this year I did not pick like a big number. It's 50. And even if I don't catch it, it's fine. I really want to spend time and enjoying the books and not counting down until I finish them. And this one was really good last year. Really reminded me of Fearless. Is it Fearless, Reckless, that series? I have a hard time like differencing the both of them. But the second one, this is a duology, I'm pretty sure, and the second one's coming out, and it's gonna be the Jasad Crowned, and it is romantasy, but not a lot of it, only at the end. So this one is really plot wise, so really more of high fantasy plot and a little spice of romance in the end. So it's really, really good. And number 16 is going to be Onyx Storm. Are you really surprised? I've been talking about this book. I'm so excited to read Onyx Storm. I just did a reread of Fort Wing and Iron Flame in December, the end of December last year. So I'm kind of very excited to read it more. I want to know what's going to happen, but I'm very scared as what Rebecca Yarros is going to do to us. I have a feeling she might kill our hearts very fast. Now you have Blood of Hercules. You have this girl, something happens, she gets tested, and they know that she is kind of descendant of the gods, so she's going to be actually Hercules. It's kind of fun to see a girl being strong like Hercules, so I'm kind of really excited about this one as well. Say You'll Remember Me. This is an anticipated read that's coming out. I'm pretty sure it's in April, which is my month. I don't know why this year, April is going to be very like a lot of release. So I'm very excited about that part. But that's gonna be another one. It's, you know, these books are so good, these series and this author, that I'm not scared of it at all. I'm actually very excited. There's some that I'm like, I've been reading them every year. Like Emily Henry. I've been reading them every year, but I'm always like, I don't really like them, but I keep reading them because people say it's good. So that was the next one I'm going to read. So it's Great Big Beautiful Life. If this one doesn't ring with me, I don't think I'm going to continue with Emily Henry because I keep being like 3.5, 4 stars, and I'm just looking to read 5-star books. We all want them, right? The God tier books, 6 stars or more. It is something that I would really, really like. Now we're gonna have Fearless by Lauren Roberts. I'm excited because I think it's the finale. So we have this trilogy, Powerless, and it's gonna be a third book. I really love this book. It's like I said, they're like the same kind of category for these two. So I'm excited to read this one. I really hope the third book is gonna be just as good because the ending on the last book that I read from this series, the second one, made me want to punch a wall or a few people. Yeah, so I really need to read it. So we have Outbound by Tracy Dion. So I've read this when it came out with Book of the Month, Legendborn, and it's the third one. I did not read the second one yet. I really need to read it this year. It's such a good fantasy, King Arthur kind of fantasy, and a little bit of spice and romance. So I really need to go and read this. I really need to. And next going to be Wild Side. This is, I think, the third book in the Wild Love series, and I really want to read it. More romance. I just love Elsie Silver. Like, if you're not sure what to read as romance, try Elsie Silver. She can't, like, she's really good. And it's like cowboy romance. And really, really good. I have Flock by Kate Stewart. I thought I knew what it was about, but then I read the synopsis because this is the second time I'm recording this, and I read the synopsis, and it wasn't that good as a synopsis, but a lot of people talk about it, and I remember being like, oh my god, I really need to read this. So I will try to read it. But I really don't know exactly what it's about. I love going blind into books, so that might be a good idea. So I have a novel love story as well. I think it's Ashley Poston, and I really love her Dead Romantic book. I cried like a baby at the end. And also I have the 7 Year Slip. I have it on my bookshelf. So this is a third one from her, and I'm very excited because she thinks, I feel like she's more emotional and real life event kind of, and I really love it with a little hint of magic in it. Like, it's not fantasy or anything like that. It's not like extreme, but it's just like a little real life with a little magic, and I really really love that. And for the last one is Never Keep. These are from the Zodiac Academy authors, and I think this is like a separate story, starting a separate story. And I know this one came out like October or November, so it's hasn't been long that it's came out. So after I finish Zodiac Academy, I will definitely jump into that world. So those are the 25 books for 2025. That's a lot of books. Like I said, plan on reading 50 or more. I just really want to not like, and I'm not really into mangas this year, so I'm going to take a break for the manga. I still have a few I need to finish, but those are going to be maybe not this year, or if I do, it's mostly just a little palate cleanser after I cry so much for a book. But yeah, that's the books that I have. Let me know down below if any of these you're interested in, and also just let me know below like anything that you just want to talk to me about. Subscribe, like, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.